Morning, good morning. Tamimi, Dum Dum, AP, Zishan. What's going on? Nice little drop off on at 8:30 there. Oh boy. It's snowing here. Any red news this morning? Yeah. It's just a matter of time before they all start to go down. We're still way up there though. We'll see what happens overall. Oh yeah, like everything is down pre-market. Bet you 15 ticks looks like nothing this morning. We only got a minute left here. Yeah, look at that. Like nothing. Go at 10 today. $300 ticks? Ooh. What about all that? Suspecting will go down, but we'll see. What is going on with this latency? Look, okay. Look, it's still data latency. Look at that, there, it just caught up. Yeah, I figured we'd go down there. Might have hit 300 ticks. Nah, probably could have hit 100. Jeez. Back to hitting these key levels on the hourly. Bounced right off of that one. You can see I tried to use this one and this one. Those are all off the hourly. Well, at least we know that the latency isn't going to cause us to not get filled, because as you can see, we got filled, and even with the latency issue there. Stop orders? What do you mean it was useless? Beg your wife that you can get a Tesla? No. She knows I want one. I wanted one before I ever did the demo drive, but now I want one even more. I did want to test some stuff on the giveaway side of things today at some point. I was trying to get it set up. Let me hit resume and see what happens here. Oh, there we go. It actually worked. So it wasn't working earlier, but I think it's because I wasn't actually live. So do exclamation point money. No, I want to see if it works. Price went through them like they were not there. Did you record it? Because pretty sure that would be grounds for reinstating your account. It shouldn't just go through them. Pretty sure that would be kind of a no-no. I'm pretty sure they would help you out on that. It's Mimi's there. There's CDT. Nice. Cool, so it's working. And I'm not going to have like hundreds of people, so I can do, when I can just transfer them over to the wheel. That'll work good. Cool. Six users, 6 tickets. Oh, here, AP, go ahead. What? They're not all coming up though. It's just, or wait, is it letting you do it multiple times? Oh, I wonder. No, it just says 1. I resumed it again. Go ahead and try it again, AP. Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is kind of like a test run. That way there's no screw ups. Yeah, so it says 12 users, 12 tickets. Very confused on that part. But there's only, I only have 4 people. AP, Tamimi, GDT, and Zishan. Yeah, you're the only ones that typed it in. I wonder why it says there's 12. I don't know what that's all about. Wonder if it's trying to like give you more. Let's see, settings. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it's just saying there's 12 people in the chat. I don't know. I'll show you what I mean. Hold on. Market trying to go back up. First thing I gotta let me scroll. Let's see. Let me just pull this out. Wrong thing. Yep, I was watching videos. Yeah, see, it says 12 users, 12 tickets, but there's only 4 of you. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I don't think it's gonna matter. Right here, let's just hit close. Me. Where's the pick winners? Oh, winners, pick winner. All right, here we go. Out of the 4 of you, 25% chance. I'm hitting pick winner and it's not working. What is going on? Oh, wait. Oh, it's showing up in the chat, but it's not showing up here. What is that all about? Apparently you all won. What happens if I hit it again? Why is it not showing up here? I'm confused. Let me cancel. Let me try it. Let me try a new one. So let's try it again. Let's see. Start. Let's okay. All right, let's try this again. Do exclamation point money real quick, if you don't mind. I do. You all won, apparently. GDT won. He won the last one that said right before you said, yay, I won. Ooh, there we go. Look, now it just says 3 users, 3 tickets. All right, so maybe it was bugged from me trying it earlier. All right, 4 users, 4 tickets. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and close it. Go to winners, pick winner. It did not do it again. So it says Zsham won in the chat, but it's not showing up here. Let me just get rid of this one. Maybe, does it have to be, I know. I thought I did. Oh, I mean, I guess. View active. Let's cancel it real quick. Edit. Permission everyone. Prize. Like, this is it. Or hold on, advanced. Max tickets 1. Member bonus. Ticket cost. Must be a follower to win. Yeah, none of that. I mean, there's nothing in here that should prevent it from coming up. I know you want to enter for real, but you got to be here Friday night. The only one that's going to get to do that is Steve. I told him I would give him an entry just because it's... I'm not even going to say why because I don't want other people saying it. But if you've been here, you probably know anyway. All right, let's see. Winner. See, this is all for in the chat. This has nothing to do with the giveaway itself. I'm very confused. Yeah. Yep, that was it. You need to mod Streamlabs in your chat for this feature to work properly. Let's see what it says real quick. Oh, that is loud. Hey. Just want to get to the end where he just see if he does anything. Oh, he has it actually downloaded, it looks like. Yeah, I don't understand. See how how old is this video? Because this isn't how it's laid out now. Because if I go to dashboard, it doesn't look anything like that. I remember that's what the old dashboard looked like. The jiggler. I haven't used this in a long time. Winners. I don't understand. I don't get it. Here, let's view active giveaway. Let's just make a new one. See if it's just that one's bugged. All right, general. Apex monies. No timer. 85 bucks. Advanced. Okay, that's fine. Firm. Start giveaway. You already have a giveaway running. Ugh. Cancel. Firm. Let's just delete this one. Start giveaway. Alright. Try exclamation point money. No, he's not handicapped. Exclamation point no. Come on, man. I'm doing this for you guys. Right, how do I need to go into the giveaway. Edit? No. Settings. How do I go into the giveaway? Just good. Is there we go. All right. It's gonna be the last one because if this one doesn't work, then I don't know what it is. Wait, who's the third user? AP Zishan. Says there's a third one, but it's not showing up. All right. It doesn't matter. We only need 2 of you. Well, so that works. Oh, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, I'll have to try to figure it out. I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna be doing the wheel anyway. So, but I just need everyone's thing to come up in the giveaway itself. See, how do I click start giveaway, but then I can't go into it. No winners. It's bullshit. I clicked winners. You didn't let me. See, I can't click on it to get into the market's just going sideways at the line, by the way, so that's why I'm dashboard. I mean, maybe I download Streamlabs desktop, maybe. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll see what happens. Didn't really want to, but boobos. Well, there's nothing to restart. That's the. I don't know. I'll try this and see what happens. I only need it for the giveaway. I use Stream Elements for everything else. I like them way better. I used to use Streamlabs and I always had issues with it. Excuse me. I ended up doing my push-ups last night, by the way. Yeah, we see you, Steve. My shoulder was still hurting, but I remember last time my shoulder was hurting. I was able to do the push-ups fine. Because like I said, it's like my rotator cuff or something. It's not what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with my shoulder. I think I'm just shoulder's effed. I mean, I figured it would be eventually, just from pitching, playing baseball growing up, but this thing is taking forever to install. It's a virus. It's a virus. Better not make me like restart or something stupid. You see that relentless trader guy made like $26,000 yesterday on BMR, the ticker BMR. Pretty nuts. I don't really know whether to believe it or not because I feel like just a year ago he was happy to make 300 bucks in a day. Now he's making 26 grand. That's interesting. All right, finally. Same ticker. Yeah, I saw it went crazy. Uh-oh. Had my music set. I don't know why it says my music's still playing. Great. Streamlabs. Streamlabs already causing me issues again. They like stole my sound. Can you guys hear the music? I can't hear the music. One click import from OBS. Interesting. Fuck it. All right. Start. Not going back to this. Think. But use starter. What is it? Now it's trying to get me to sign up for shit. Skip. Do I have a collab cam? Interesting. Well, look at that. It literally copied my OBS. See? Maybe they actually fixed a lot of the issues from back in the day. I don't know. Interesting. Let's see. Dashboard. Nope. It literally just takes me back to the dashboard that I don't want to be at. Layout editor, studio mode, overlays, app store, highlighter, recordings, editor. None of this is what I'm looking for. Get help. Damn it, I clicked dashboard again like an idiot. Get ultra. I don't want that either. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So I did no. Ugh. Open performance window. Stream is currently offline. Oh, that's like performance there. Okay. Schedule stream, test widgets. Test a subscriber, see what happens. Tip. I don't see. So this looks like it was not worth my time because it looks like it just took me. It's just when I click on stuff, it's just taking me back to the website. It's not even in this itself. All right, let's close that and see if I get my music back. Going on because now it's not even. You at Streamlabs? I'm about to just uninstall it. Did not do what I wanted. There's my music back at least. Programs. How to remove programs. Sort by install date. Labs uninstall. Alright, that's done. Alright, I honestly don't know. I'll have to I'll look into that later because I'm not gonna bore you guys talking about that. GT joined Tim live during the giveaway like the old days. That's completely up to him. Let's see. GDT, Zishan, AP, Tamimi. Who else was doing it? Put Steve in there. I'll use the real names. Rago. That was it for the people that were here helping me out. I was gonna do the wheel just for fun. See what happens. Oh, and Dom Dom was here earlier too. Dom Dom. Oh, looks like we're going higher. I'm trying to anyway. Alrighty. It's last to survive. This isn't the actual giveaway. This is when we're just playing around. AP, you are out of here. The goal of this is to not get picked. Tamimi, you are out of here. If Justin somehow wins this, Ralgo, you are out of here. Oh yeah, that's right. You don't want to use your luck. Oh, you could tell by the way it was spinning. GDT, you are out of here. Oh, what? Why did it just reset? Damn it. Who was still left? Steve, Zishan, and what was it? Steve, Zishan, and Dom Dom. I don't know why I did that. Steve, Zishan, Dom Dom. yeah. You don't want to win. Oh, it's gonna be Zishan. Oh, Zishan out of here. All right. Whoever it lands on is the loser. You don't want to get landed on. It looks like it's gonna be Steve. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. No, it was Dom Dom. Steve won. Steve. Steve. I don't know if that's a good thing though, man. Using up all your luck on this one. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Let's hope Save and Luck strategy wins later. We'll see. Man, it's all red. Look at these are my current positions. They're all red. Crazy. The whole market's red. Look at this. Just red across the board. Where's the, I would say, where's the heat map? Let's see what that looks like. Healthcare and some consumer defense and insurance. And apparently insurance is doing pretty good right now. That is some red. Crazy. We're doing so good. I was really hoping JD would get up to where I could just get out, because I don't really like what's going on with China. But I'm giving it to here. I might just cut the loss if it gets back under this 2085 area. I was really hoping that was going to be like a higher low. It kept making higher lows. I was hoping we'd break above this 24, because if you look left, it's a pretty key area. Previous support, using it as resistance. If we could break up through there, I was hoping we'd go, but unfortunately that has not been the case yet. Yeah, I saw Bitcoin did that yesterday. Let's see. A firm looks weak. Still trying to pop back up a little bit. And CCL, I really hope that keeps going down. I would love to finally get into that. I just want it lower. I've been collecting premium on the way down, so I can't really complain. I might actually, I mean, 14 is not bad. I would love to be in closer to 11. What's Bitcoin at now? 48.6, 48.7. Put my rolls in for the save options. I'll do that. I'm gonna leave that one. I don't think my CGC long-term call is gonna do anything. That's gonna. I feel like they're gonna probably just go bankrupt at this point. They're actually right at their key level at 350. They go below that, that thing's probably done. But that was a $50 bet, so it's not that big of a deal. Hood has earnings. Is it today? Tomorrow? It's today. Yeah, it's today after hours. So that'll be interesting. Wonder what the calls look like on that right now. Let's see. I think it could really get all the way up to 13. I'm gonna let that be, because if it's really good earnings, I'd rather take a covered call after while it's up there and volatile. And then on top of that, I can allow my leap option to kind of play out. Bitcoin when it was $5 when it went from pennies and I thought it was too expensive. Isn't that crazy? Every step along the way, people probably thought it was too expensive. Now we're at 50,000. I still don't believe in it, but that's just me. Like, I don't believe there's any real world use for it. I think it's just a vessel for people to trade it, honestly. I mean, but what do I know? I think today is the last day for 80% off, by the way. Ponzi schemes will always appear to be expensive. They want you to buy high, sell low. Of course, we're just hugging that middle line, so nothing we can do at the moment. Da, da, da. The new era tulip warning, cautionary story for the future investors. Well, right, like people are gonna start buying it up here because of the hype, and then they're gonna get crushed. The one thing though about it being so expensive is people won't be able to afford too much of it, so it'll be harder to get destroyed by it. It's still a thing, isn't it? As far as I know. It would not need to buy it if it was 0. Well, that's the thing with crypto, man, is you can essentially do whatever you want. Kind of dumb. Yeah, I mean, they've stated several times that there is no use for it. Like, it's too slow. You still have to it's like 15, 20 minutes transaction time. Well, and the other thing that's kind of funny is they don't even it doesn't even have like the anonymity of it anymore. Like it's tracked. The whole point of Bitcoin in the first place was so that it can't be tracked. And now the government can track every transaction. And that's well known. So it's like, I'm very surprised it's still, it still is as big of a thing as it is. I don't know what I'm really trying to say there, but well, yeah, like what it makes no sense. It really doesn't. Bro, there was an ETF for um who's the guy from the show? Jim Cramer. There was a reverse, like they would take whatever Jim Cramer said and do the reverse of it in an ETF. So don't tell me that ETFs mean anything, because that's just straight. Man, I am having trouble thinking of the words that I want to say today. Not gullible. Like when you're not thinking of the bigger picture is what I can't. I don't know. I'm all over the place this morning. My mind's all over the place. Like when you refuse to believe something that's kind of like clear and in your face. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they can make an ETF for anything. They made it for SPACs. They made it for Kramer. I mean, they can make it for anything. To me, that doesn't mean anything. I need a hug. I that word will come to me later. It's such a commonly used word too. Just for some reason I can't think of it. Yeah, but see, the thing is, they're in the game just because their investors want them to be. Like, they're like, oh, well, we're going to take our money and go to a bank that believes in Bitcoin. So they put some money into Bitcoin, probably an amount that they're okay with losing, knowing that they'll keep a lot of their customers' money coming in to put elsewhere. That's my take on it. They got pressured into it, not they want to be there. Because if you remember, they bought in when it was near its highs. It was like 40K or something like that. And they were like, oh yeah, we're buying in. And what did it do right after that? It tanked. What payment method does Apex use? They use your bank account. Are you in the United States? Europe? Because I think they were talking about something. Let's see. Hold on, I'm checking something for you. So it says, as of November 14th, 2023, I remember they had said something about this. All non-US traders and affiliates are strongly encouraged to switch their payout method to the international option. This change is essential to avoid delays in payout processing. If you decide to continue to use any of the above mentioned services, you acknowledge that there is a risk of significantly delayed payments. So there's apparently an international option. Now what that is, I'm not exactly sure. Nice. Congrats on passing. Yeah, it looks like Apex has introduced new payout systems. It's crucial to update your payout method to ensure the accuracy of all provided information, particularly for ACH payments to U.S. bank accounts. So that's what I was saying. I know you can use the bank accounts for if you're in the U.S., but I don't think you can for outside. Yeah, Wise is modifying how non-U.S. accounts are managed effective October 18th, 2023. These changes may impact your ability to receive payments through Wise. Select International if you cannot use Wise as your payment type, and then fill out the required fields. So it looks like if you just go through, like if you go to Apex's site and you go into your account, and then on the left side, payout method. It's the third one down. You can go in there, and then there's at the bottom it says change payout method here. Then click on that, and then it should bring up everything you need to put in there. Do they care if you scalp? No. Scalping is actually one of the better ways to trade these. Well, I would hope not. No, I can't. I have to wait till the 15th. So it's the 1st through the 5th, and then the 15th through the 20th is when you can apply for the payouts. Okay, trying to head back up. Go to the bathroom real quick. still snowing out, but it's not sticking. Have I tried another prop firm? Yeah. I've tried Top Step. I didn't really like their interface. They're a little bit more pricey too. And just from doing a bunch of research from other people that have used prop firms, I mean, Apex is definitely the best from what I can tell. When is the last time you took a trade after the open? Yesterday. Actually, I think I took a couple trades. There was that big move in the afternoon. I traded it. Yeah, right here. So here's the open. It was... I got back from the Tesla demo drive. And I took these trades right here. I was trying to scalp it, but then I thought maybe I caught the bottom, so I actually put my order back up towards the middle line, and it came up. It would have filled me had I left my order there, but I put it all the way up here. So then I kind of got stuck in this down move, added, and then just kind of took it off break even because it's not the trade I was looking for. Then I got in down here, and I accidentally hit, I went to hit the ask, and I accidentally hit the bid, and it took me out. And so I actually got right back in and got the nice move down. Just worked out. I had just sat back down, so I kind of just misclicked a couple times. Wasn't ready for the move that it gave me. Yeah, it was on the eval account. I haven't touched that. I don't need to touch the... You can see it right there. See the white box with the green in there? The PA account's right there. You can see it. No. Nah, because you would need... you need 10 trading days. Have I tried Tradeovate? No, but I've heard nothing but issues with Tradeovate, so I've stayed away from it. Apex and Rhythmic are what seem to be the best from everything that I can tell from everybody that trades these accounts, just all their feedback, all the videos you can watch on YouTube, etc. It always comes back to Apex and Rhythmic. A lottery ticket for tonight? No. I just bought a scratch, $2 scratcher, and didn't win anything. You better get rid of all that luck, Zishan, so you can spend $85 and lose it so that you can win $85 on Friday. No, I'm using the free version. There's nothing that you need to pay for on Quantower unless you want something specific. I paid for it one time to get the audible alerts, but you don't really need it. You don't need it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with using Tradeovate. It's just I've heard that there's constant problems. And just the other day, I heard like Tradeovate was deleting accounts. Like it wasn't on purpose, but it just started deleting accounts for no reason. And like Apex had to go in and like reverse it all. It seemed like it was a big pain in the ass. I've never had any issues using Rhythmic with Apex. And you get the latency issues, but I think that's everybody. See, I never understood the time scheduled orders because why not just click the button? Like that part never made sense to me. Why not just use the mouse feature and then like right 5 seconds before the open, you get to put your orders where you want. But if you use the time feature, I don't understand why that matters because you're not ever putting like if we're going up like this, I'm never putting my order right here. And it doesn't make any sense. I would just not trade that because I'm not going to look for it to just continue to extend. I'd much rather it be like somewhere in the middle, and then I can like place an order here and like an order up above the current highs. Yeah. Is it Marius or Marius? You'll have to tell me. But no, that's actually how I trade. I use the brackets. If you win, come to my store to redeem it so I can get a cut. I thought you only get a cut if you sell the ticket, not if you're the one that redeems the ticket. Marius, okay. Yeah, if we get up to the bands here, I'll show you what I do. And that's pretty much what I do. Just wait for that extra push, and then I just scalp it. Typically, if we get into the bands, I'll actually look for the bigger move as a reversal. But if I'm just looking to scalp, that's all I do. If I'm shorting, I try to hit the ask, get filled, and then hopefully get the 10 ticks. You know what I mean? It adds up. It's $50 over and over again. Nvidia's flying again? Really? Nvidia, man. I think it's nuts. Oh yeah, look at that. 724 almost again. Everything's starting to rebound here because the market's rebounding. Ooh, a little latency issue there. You see that? Means that was a really big order came through. It's usually what that means. I scalp with brackets for only 5 ticks without stop loss. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. As long as you know what you're doing. If you're okay risking the account, it's fine. Especially the evals. I mean, you're looking to make 2K on these 50K accounts, and you're risking at most, if you buy a lifetime, which if you're trading this way, you shouldn't be. But if you're doing the monthly and say you pay even $40, it's $125. So you're risking $125 to try to make 2K. And there's nothing wrong with that. How much is Quantower? It's free. If we sell it and they come in, redeem it, I had to ask the lottery agent. Yeah, so you're saying it's only if you sell it. Are you trading micros? That's even better. Make it last. Never get out of hand if you're trading micros, which is good. No, that would take forever. Could you imagine? The commissions would probably eat you up anyway. I don't think you could even make that work. Yeah, he's just flipping it. That makes sense. So on the PA accounts, by the way, if you get the payout, you can flip twice. So out of the 10 days, you can flip 2 of the days. They allow you to do 20% of your days can be flips. Well, yeah, when you start trying to use the specialty things like order flow chart, like all those other volume profiles and stuff like that, yeah, that's when you have to pay for it. But you can pay like for that specific feature, so you don't need to pay for the whole thing, because I think it's like $70 a month or something if you want to pay for everything, but it's like 10, 15, 20 bucks if you want like a specific thing. Flips just mean that you're in and out of the trade really quickly with basically no risk. Using the micros is smart to do that because you would lose a lot less. Like if you do NQ, like you could try to get out for one contract, one tick, which would be what, $5? But if you did that with a micro, it's 50 cents. So it's just a way of flipping to make it look like you took a trade for the day. But it's a lot less. I mean, if you can risk, you know, $20 or whatever, you could flip on the NQ. But why not just go over to MNQ real quick and you don't have to worry. Most you're going to lose is like $2. I'm talking like literally in and out. Like you hit the ask and then hit the bid, or hit the bid and then hit the ask. Like you're essentially just flipping. Like put in stop loss 1, take profit 1, and then get in, and then it's going to immediately take you out one way or the other. It doesn't matter ticks or contracts. Like flipping it is just like you're in and out of a trade. Like if you're trading the NQ, 5 contracts looking for 10, 15 ticks, and then you go to the MNQ and trade one tick, one contract, like that's going to look like a flip. You're essentially just flipping the account to make it look like you took a trade that day. That's all. It's not really time related. It's more of a you clearly broke your trend of what you typically trade. So like if you normally trade the NQ and then you go over to the MNQ and you went from trading 15 ticks to 1 tick, like it's just they're just making sure that you don't, because they're looking for the consistency, but they're allowing you 2 days to not be consistent. That's just that's the 20% rule that they have. A lot of people focus on the 30% rule with the take profits, but they also have the 20% rule for how many days you can actually flip of the 10 that you are required to trade. Well, with evals, you can do whatever you want. But when it comes to the PA accounts, the rules are a little bit more strict. How many ticks is not considered flipping? It has nothing to do with the amount of ticks. If you're always trading 1 tick, 1 contract, then it wouldn't be considered a flip. That's just what you trade, but that makes no sense. Who's going to be trading 1 tick with 1 contract? But if you're always trading, say, 10 contracts for 5 ticks, and then you go to 1 contract, 1 tick on the MNQ, like that is going to be considered a flip. Let's say you usually trade Alpine 5 ticks or 6 ticks. So what would be considered? Again, it's so he's looking for 5, 6 ticks on the NQ with 1, 2, 3 contracts. But then if he goes to the MNQ with 1 contract and is only trying to get out for 1 or 2 ticks, they're going to consider that a flip. So you're saying if I had a lucky trade in 1 trade and made 3K, it wouldn't count as a pass? For the eval, it would, but it wouldn't for a PA account. Now, if you did that, so that's where the 30% rule comes in. Your profits on the account, you cannot have 1 trade that is more than 30% of your total profit, which comes out to, because I did the math on this before, and that's why I was trading the way that I was. But if you take 2,600, which is what you need, and you times that by 0.3, it's 780. So you can't make more than $780 on any given trade unless it's part of your strategy. Now, if you're making $3,000 on every trade, then you're perfectly fine because you're going to, that's consistent. But if you're making 3,000 on one trade and then you try to flip the MNQ not the other 9 days for one contract, one tick, that's obviously not going to fly because that's what they're trying to prevent. They don't want you to have one big trade and get a payout. They want you to be consistent about it or consistent with it. Does that make sense? Wow, just moving higher. Look at this. Man, didn't get the fill. It would have worked. Just didn't get the fill in the ass there. So they don't care about the eval. They only care about the correct. Yeah, the eval you can pass in one trade. They don't care. It's the PA account that they have the rules for. That's why, I mean, when they were doing the 1 day pass, they clearly don't care about the evals. they're basically telling you to gamble on the evals. When they eventually do a 90% off 1 day pass, it's going to be nuts. People are going to go nuts. When they're going to do it, I have zero clue. It will happen eventually. Well, right. That's essentially what I was saying. You're just using the dollar amount instead of the contracts and the ticks. Like $300 is 5 contracts, like 12 ticks. So if you're doing 5 contracts, 12 ticks on the NQ as a normal trade, and then you make $10 just flipping an account on the MNQ, one contract, and you're kind of in and out, that's going to be a flip. It's the same thing. You just put a dollar amount to it. Now, if you get into a trade and you're in it with 5 contracts looking for 12 ticks and you only make $10 on it, that's different. That's not going to be a flip. That's a normal trade. It just didn't work out. So that's why you can't really put a dollar amount on it because you don't know how a normal trade actually played out. You didn't trust me, man? You didn't trust me? It hurts. It hurts inside. My heart, it's beating funny. I don't know what it means. I'm just kidding. How did he? I'm assuming his opening trade worked out if he's live. I have a feeling that he's not going to go live the day the day that the opening trade doesn't work for him, because he'll blow all the accounts that he's copy trading. I mean, I hope it never happens. I hope he just keeps doing what he's doing. It's good. Props to him, man. And just because he was a dick to me doesn't mean I don't wish him the best. But it'll happen eventually. You know, nothing's 100%. It's happened before. It'll happen again, and people go on streaks. I think after I get off stream today, I'm gonna try to what an insane move. I'm gonna try to make a video about something. Look at that big move down at 8:30, and we're gonna just go right back up. Did you fail any evaluation accounts on Apex? Oh yeah. Yeah. Not being a dick, I just want to see him restart and try again from 0. Well, he's not going to blow all the accounts. He only copy trades like 6 or 7 of them, I think. It'll happen. I mean, didn't he lose an account yesterday too? He loses an account just from the normal trades as well. You're being a dick anyways, don't worry. Yeah, Zishan, you're always being a dick. What kind of video should I make about Apex? Give me a question that I can answer with a video. That's what I'm going to do today after I get off stream. Well, I'm going to eat probably, and then I'll do it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Froggo's just being sarcastic or an ass or whatever, but it's true. I mean, to him, he's already beat the game. Now it's just a matter of compounding it. The first payout totally is what matters the most. I feel like I'm trading so differently with this eval. Like, I feel like it doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't mean as much, but it's almost like there's a sense of confidence now that I can do it. Both. I'm a sarcastic ass. But I mean, it's true. When you're bringing in the kind of affiliate money that he's bringing in, starting over really doesn't matter. I mean, let's do the math real quick. Even at $40 for each eval, 20 times 40 is 800. And then if you activated all those, 85 times 20, 17. So 17 plus 800, that's 2,500 bucks. He's making 4 times that minimum a month from affiliates. So he could restart all 20 accounts, pay for the PA for all 20 accounts, and if it took him a month, he'd still make $7,500 on top of that, probably more than that from affiliates. It's not even like fair at that point. It's a cheat code. There's a reason when he says he's going to get off at 2 o'clock after he blows an account, and he doesn't get off until 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It's because he has so many people watching him, and he knows the more people that are watching him, the more people that are going to use his code, and the more money he's going to make. Anything he makes from trading is a bonus, and there's a reason he can trade with no fear and make these big numbers, because it doesn't matter. If he loses an account, he just replenishes it, and he'll just keep doing that. And it allows for him to be able to put out those big numbers, because whether he makes the money from trading or not at this point, like, he already kind of beat the game. And that's awesome. Seriously, for him, that is amazing. And I told him that all the time, like, bro, you beat the game. Like, you're making all the money from affiliates. Like, it's essentially like trading is free. And we're in the prop world too. So you're not even like risking that much. Like, you could buy 20 eval accounts at $40 a pop, and it's only 800 bucks. Now imagine they have the 90% off sale. What's that? 20 times 17. That's 340 bucks. And you're making 5 figures a month from affiliates, like 340 bucks is literally a drop in the bucket. That's why he'll always tell you it's not about the money when he loses an account, because it's not at this point. Yeah, he's definitely going a little bit down the guru route with the car talk and all that stuff. Oh, that was when he got that first big check. I remember he wouldn't stop talking about that Jeep or whatever he bought, because it was just extra money to him. Because he had all the money from like DJing and stuff like that. He didn't need the money from trading. So all this money that he was getting from affiliates, it's all extra. And again, good for him. But it's just the fact that the people that make this much money in affiliates, and I'm not singling out Alpine here, I'm speaking in broad terms here, they don't understand how it actually affects their trading. You trade totally different when you have the money coming in from affiliates, because you know you have that guaranteed money on the back end. Where if you didn't, it would make you trade differently. It would, because you would, in a sense, feel like you need to succeed in trading. But if you know that you don't need to actually succeed in trading, it becomes easier. That's why, think about when we all started trading. Why was it always easier to make money on a demo account or a paper account versus a real account? Because that money meant nothing. You could trade freely. It's just the mentality of it all. It's just how it is. Right. And that's why it works for you, Zishan, because it's just, whether it works or it doesn't, just getting out of that mindset. Like the best poker players, if you want to bring poker into it, the best poker players in the world are the ones that can sit down and not get bluffed off of a hand because of the money. What's the famous saying? Scared money don't make money. I need to blow my nose. Yeah, options can be tough. I mean, unless you're buying options. You don't need that much money to buy options, but buying options is tough. The wheel strategy. I do that. That's what, it's this, not having a great day today, but I got some CCL puts, INTC puts. These are cash secured puts. That's all I do is sell. I have some leap options that I use to sell covered calls, but nothing fancy. The only real ones are JD and Oxy and Save, I guess. The other ones were kind of like home run type plays that were cheap. I really thought Charge Point was going to do better. I actually saw a Charge Point station yesterday. It was right next to the Tesla station. AMC, yeah, I stay away from all the meme stuff. Yeah, options, if you're buying ones that don't really have a lot of liquidity, they can kind of be a pain in the ass to get rid of. I've run into that. When I don't even remember what ticker it was. I'd have to go back and check, but I remember having the liquidity issue. What stocks do you recommend to sell cash secure puts with low price stocks? I mean, it's been tough to find ones with good premium, especially because everything's like at the highs. So it's really hard. I mean, JD is a decent one. Intel is a decent one. I actually just got those. That's $43. CCL I've been messing around with, but the premiums on that aren't that great. Penn was a decent one. A-Firm, Wayfair. I need to get rid of Wayfair, man. My wife bought some Wayfair stuff for the mudroom. It was junk. I'll never put a cash secured put out for Wayfair ever again, because I don't want any chance of owning any part of that company. That company will end up bankrupt if they keep selling the junk that they sent me. Yeah, you just got to find ones that have decent premium for being lower priced. I mean, A-Firm's a really good one, but I mean, just do your homework on the daily charts on a lot of these stocks before you're looking to jump in. I don't force any trades when I get in. I always look for very key areas, and I always try to get cash secure puts under those key areas. And I'm assuming you know what rolling is. I am not afraid to roll. YouTube video idea for Apex. Talk about how hard it is to pass an eval realistically versus what Guru shows. What do you mean though? Like if you were to trade it realistically versus the people that are just YOLOing them? Do we go all the way back to the lows now after that crazy run up? Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to get into the whole crap I already got into with the affiliation side of things, because I feel like that's where that video would lead me. Because anyone can do it. If you got money laying around and you just keep buying evals and you gamble them, I mean, anyone can do that. Like if you would have went short on this 830 move, you could have easily passed an eval. Because it's 10 contracts. Was it $20? So 200, it'd be 200 every point. And you need 3,000. So 3,000 divided by, oops. Crap. 3,000 divided by 200 is 15 points. So times that by 4, so 60. So you would need 10 contracts, 60 ticks, or 15 points. I mean, this thing moved over 100 points. You only need 15 with 10 contracts. So if this thing went in a straight line and you were anywhere short here, you would have easily passed an eval. But you have to do more than 60 because you got to pay the commissions. I think it's like 62. True, never mind, bad idea. Yeah, I mean, like I said, anyone can do it. It's just a matter of whether you have the money laying around to do it. Go get another soda. FedEx did they have earnings? Ugh. What's their ticker? FedEx, FDX. Yeah, see, I can't play the more expensive tickers. I would love to own some Apple and Google and all that stuff when they finally make their dip, but it's not going to be able to afford it. And back up. Actually, this is a pretty key area right here. Previous resistance, support. If he uses it again. Had to play another scratch off. One lady came in with a $5 100, so I played another one again. Well, if you buy a ticket right after they won, of course it's not going to be a winner. Friday, Friday, Friday. No, what about oh, gotcha, gotcha. You know, your name is Zishan, so you never know what you're gonna do. Should probably fast today. Didn't eat very good over the weekend. Low volatility, yeah. I mean, even on the big move up, it wasn't really like a lot of volume. Seashell. The news plane door falls off mid-flight, so they call it Spirit Airline, I guess. News plane? Is there a minimum period to trade PA accounts? It's 10, yeah, you just have to have 10 trading days on it. So I have, here, I'll show you. So if you go to your account summary, it'll bring up your accounts. And as you can see, the PA account, and I have those 10 days. And you need 10 days to pass or to get the payout. So once the 15th, which is Thursday, is here, I'll be able to request the payout. So I don't need to trade it anymore. If you remember, if you go back, I actually got this account up to 57 something. I don't know. I think there's a peak balance. Oh, here it is. It was 52,840 was the I actually got the PA account up to, but then I had that losing trade on it. But the reason I was still trading it is because I didn't have 10 traded days yet. Oh, really? It says there's 9 people in here on my side of things. On PAs, if we trade minis and then reach, say, 8 days and trade micros, so we don't blow up and reach 10 days? Correct. You can do that for 2 days. They have a 20% rule for that. So 2 out of 10 is 20%. So you can flip the account 2 times. And you're fine. Refresh. I'm talking, so we just talked about all this earlier. So if you are normally trading the mini with, say, 3 contracts or even just 1 contract, or say you're looking for 15 ticks if you're scalping, or 10 ticks. If you're doing that and that's your normal trade, your consistent trade, and then you go to the micros and trade 1 contract for 1 or 2 ticks just to flip the account, that is the difference. The dollar amount is not the difference. Switching between minis and micros is not the difference, because you could go to micros and still trade like 5, 7, 10 contracts, right? So you could, all that wouldn't count as flipping. The act of flipping is when you noticeably change your trading style to get a trading day on the account, which would be if you go to micros and trade one contract for 1 to 2 ticks. Like it has to be an obvious flip, essentially. But going between minis and micros doesn't matter, because you can go between minis and micros and still be trading for real. I did it in my 10 days when I got really close to payout. Instead of trading minis, I went to micros but traded more contracts. But one mini is 10 micros, so I went down and traded 5 micros, but I was still trading the account. I mean, it's not really that complicated once you understand it. Yeah, if it's an eval, they don't care at all. But for the PA accounts, they do care. As long as you stay under the 30% rule and you only flip the account twice out of the 10 days, you're fine. But if you're trading for real, then you don't have to worry about it. If what you're doing every single day is real and you get to pay out and you have 2 days left, you can flip it twice and they're not going to care. No AI trades? That sucks. What do you mean? Oh, like you can't use a algo or whatever. That doesn't matter to me. I'm debating on if I want to eat lunch or not. Ask them if they can build me one. I'll just put it on a real account. Too risky. Yeah, I agree. On eval, they probably don't care. I mean, if it's on the back end, I mean, they would never know anyway. Yep, Froggo speaks the truth. really, really want this Tesla. Might have to go start working the corner. I told you, man, them slots are crazy. Every once in a while you have to pay out, but I'm sure you're going to make money on them in the long run for sure. %, of whatever next week is. What if he has to pay out? How do I get on this investors list? You trade the same lots on your eval and PA, i.e. max lots? Sometimes. It depends. It depends on the trade as it's happening. It depends on how the setup is going into the open. So sometimes yes, sometimes no. But I lean on the side of aggressiveness. Because most times I'm hesitant. It's usually fine anyway. The Samson Q2U is the mic that I have. Yeah, it's a really good mic. It's like it was like a $60 mic when I bought it. I did a lot of research. This was back before the Shure SM7B became really popular. But even then, that thing was still $300-400. And this was $60. I didn't have that kind of money laying around when I first started the channel up. I mean, I still don't really have it laying around, but we already have people that normally ask $50K up front, and we pay them back every month or every 3 months, depending on the terms and conditions. There's more to it. Well, I'll give you 500. I'll give you 500 too. Give us the friends and family discount. Shit, I'll give you 1,000. Pay me back in 1 month, and then I get it's like almost like a free investment. $1,001. Yeah, but you got to have the license and all that stuff to be able to have them in the store. That's the issue. And David is killing it again. Oh, David. Had a almost $2,000 day yesterday. He's almost at 1,000 again today. He's kicking butt. I saw you took a David-like trade yesterday, GDT. Two of them. I forget the tickers. The one you did well on, the last one, got you back to green. Do you know how Alpine manages his accounts and is able to have payouts because you can lose accounts? What do you mean? Plus, which one of you is going to Alpine and telling him all the stuff that I say, trying to create drama? I just pulled his stream up and he apparently somebody's going to him and saying that I talk shit behind his back, and then apparently it's because I'm jealous, and that I say that the only way he can afford a Porsche is with his affiliate money. Somebody's watching my stream and then going to him privately because it's not in the YouTube chat I scrolled up. He didn't have to mention my name. Pretty obvious. I just think it's funny that like he always spins it in the way that he wants to spin it. It kind of cracks me up. Am I jealous that he makes 10K plus in affiliates a month? Of course I am. Who wouldn't be? I would love to make that. But to sit back and try to spin it that you don't need the money, like, get out of here. Do you know how Alpine manages his accounts and is able to have so many payouts because you can lose accounts? I don't understand what you're saying. Or asking, I should say. I don't understand what you're asking. I mean, am I jealous of him? No. Am I, like I said, the only am I jealous of the fact that he has all that money coming in from affiliates. I mean, who wouldn't be? It's free. It's essentially free money. But I'm not going out of my way to try to like put that against him. I've said it several times that props to him. Like that's good. Good on him for being able to get that. I've just said hiding how much you make from people in affiliates, saying that it doesn't affect how you're trading, etc. Like that's what he's trying to prove wrong. And I mean, he can try to do that all he wants, but to sit there and say that you don't need the money, like I mean, that's just a brag in itself. It's like he's always on the defensive about that for no reason. I never once said he needs the money. I just said that it's extra money and he can do whatever he wants with it, but he can't sit here and say it doesn't affect the way that he trades the accounts as well, because it does. And it goes back to the demo account mentality. No, I'm not saying it's used to. I'm not saying it's any of you. I just obviously somebody's doing it. I mean, I honestly could care way less than I do. I mean, the fact that he goes out of his way to come into my little stream with 10 people, I mean, obviously he cares what other people think of him. So that's on him. That's something that he has to deal with on a daily basis. I mean, you can hear it in the way that he talks too. Like he's always on the defensive. He always is defending himself. It is what it is. I'm not going out of my way to attack him. The fact that he took the video that I posted personally, like I made it about him. I mean, it wasn't even about him. It was about the bigger fish. The guys that when I first came into the industry, it was more so about them. It had nothing to do with him. But then he took it personally and like flipped out. And it's like, bro, it wasn't about you. I mean, are you lumped into it? Probably, but it wasn't about you. And he took it personally. So Stu, send us a full report of what you've been doing the last 30 minutes and video record as well to prove your innocence. Oh, he doesn't his system is he trades each account as if he doesn't have a stop loss on the accounts. So he doesn't really manage the accounts. The accounts are he either gets them to pay out or he blows up. And I mean, before he went on this really good streak, I mean, he had a pretty bad streak. He had to start over a couple times. But as you can see, replenishing the accounts is not an issue for him because, he doesn't need the money. And that's all I'm getting at is you could sit here and say you don't need the money, but the affiliation money that you're getting is allowing you to do stuff that you wouldn't have done before. That's all I'm getting at. So and I've never said that he's not transparent with everything outside of the affiliation money. But if you go in there right now and ask him how much he's made in affiliations this month, he's never going to tell you. It's because the number's too big. He doesn't want you to know that he's making that much from affiliations. It's that simple. Exactly. And I've always given him props for that. Literally, I can show you our Discord messages from the last 3 months before he flipped out and decided to go AWOL on me, that I congratulated him every step of the way for making the progress that he has. And I still give him props for getting to where he is. So the fact that and this is what I was talking about with him spinning it, like he'll take something that somebody goes to him and tells him I said something, he'll take it in the most negative way that you can possibly take it when it wasn't meant that way at all. So it's like he spins it in order to fit his agenda that's going on in his head, to where he has to then defend himself over something that he should have never had to defend himself in the first place. And that's the part that's comical to me. Because it's like, bro, I wasn't attacking you to begin with. You took it personally. That's on you, not on me. And now every chance you get, you are finding a reason to not like me more because of the story that you put into your own head. It's like, keep me out of it. Like, he sent me these long messages on Discord. I just stopped responding to him because it's like he wants to prove himself right so much that, like, bro, I don't know what world you're living in. I just don't want to be, if you're going to act that way, I don't want to be in it. And I still check in on him to see how he's doing because I cared about the dude. I don't check in on him to see, hoping he fails. I'm hoping he continues to succeed. It's good for everybody. It shows you what's possible. So for him to sit here, and he probably thinks if I'm checking on him, he's probably like, "Oh, I bet he wishes I'm blowing up the accounts." No, that's just, no. That's not how I live. I try to live in a positive light. Like, I root for everybody. Even though for some reason he went off the rails and hates me now for the story he put into his own head, like, that doesn't bother me because there's always going to be people like that. I'm still going to live my life regardless of what he's doing. But to sit here and be like, "Oh, he only says the things that he does that weren't even towards him in the first place because he's jealous." That's, no. I said those things because it's the truth. You go back and watch that video. Everything I said in that video is the truth. The reason that people are going to tell you certain numbers are because they want you to hear those numbers. The reason they're not going to tell you certain numbers is because they don't want you to know those numbers. Probably because they don't want you to understand that that's where they make the most of their money. Well, thank you, Stu. And that, I mean, that's the goal of my life. That's the goal of me trying to teach my kids as they grow up. Like, there's no need to hate everybody. There just isn't. Like, there's reasons to dislike people. If somebody's just straight up bullying you and you've done your best to get out of that situation and they just won't leave it alone, then you move on from that person. But there's no need for it. There's no need for it. But for him to feel that me calling out people in like a general sense, like I did, is a bad thing, that just goes to show you he's part of the problem. Because if you are against being called out on your shit, then you are the problem. Because you should always be okay with being called out. Because constructive criticism is what makes everybody better, right? If you know something about what I'm doing and I'm wrong and you know that you're right, I would hope that you would call me out on it. Because then I can tell you thousands of times where people have been like, "I don't think that's right," and I'm like, "Are you sure?" And I'm pretty sure, and then I'll go look it up. And then if they're right, I admit that I was wrong. It's that simple. The reason sometimes people will tell me that I sound like a know-it-all, and I've had this discussion before with people in the Discord, is because I don't talk about things that I don't know anything about. I will ask questions. I will also just be quiet. So like if we're having a conversation amongst like 10 people and they start talking about something I have no clue about, I just won't chime in. I won't say anything. I'll just sit there and listen. But if it's something I know about, I'll talk about it. And then if I get into an argument about it, the reason is because, or a heated discussion, it's because I feel that I know what I'm talking about. And that's why it comes off as a know-it-all. But you never hear the times that I don't talk because I don't talk. I don't ever talk about things that I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's how it should be. The people that put their 2 cents into the equation when they don't really know what they're talking about, they are the problem because they're spreading misinformation a lot of the time. But anyways, I digress. When you pass an eval, do Apex automatically cancel the monthly payment or do we have to do ourselves? When you pay for the PA account, it will automatically cancel the eval and turn it into the PA. Bareback. I gotta pee. I never did the rest of my push-ups, did I? Money will change people's mindset. Don't matter if you come with money or if you made it. It's really rare that you find a mentor that will teach you to become successful. I have no desire to teach this stuff because it's not a real edge. If I had a real edge, I probably wouldn't be focused on YouTube. I mean, what we're doing here is essentially gambling with a with these prop accounts. It's not really, I wouldn't really say this is an edge. I mean, it's an edge for prop accounts, but what happens when the prop accounts go bye-bye? Then the edge is gone. You're not going to do this on a real account. Oh, real, yeah. Well, I think it's not even just the money. It's it, this, what's the word that I'm thinking of? Is it self-deprecation? I mean, self-deprecation probably, because it's like you're so hard on yourself that you find it hard to just be a positive person. You feel like, and you you feel like you're always on defense, where it's like, why, like, instead of just accepting the fact that some people are looking out for your best interest, that you always assume that they're after you for some silly reason. Like, I think that's the part that I don't understand about a lot of people. It's like, no way do we live in a world where people are just nice. Like, that's not possible. Like, that's the kind of world that we live in right now, where everybody thinks everybody is just a jerk and out to get them. Stu, I don't think what I'm doing with these prop accounts has long-term edge, because, like, you brought up Alpine. If you go and do the math with Alpine and you add up all the accounts he's blown doing this exact thing, his overall P&L is way in the red, like way in the red. But since it's a prop account and you're not risking $2,500 on these 50K accounts, you're only risking what you paid for the account. So say $20 for the eval and then the $85. So you're risking anywhere between like $105 to $120 per account, not $2,500. But if you were to, on paper for journalistic information, put $2,500 down every time he lost an account, he would be super red. But because that's not the case and you're only risking $120 per account, he's actually pretty green, and he will be very green after this month. When I started doing real estate, I finally found a good mentor. She helped me the ins and outs. The one guy who scammed me, but she walked me through the whole process. Well, good for her. And that's the thing, is we need people like that in this world, because I mean, there are people out there that are trying to be good, but at the same time, I feel like those people aren't gonna go out of their way unless they're already in a good position themselves. That's the one downfall. Like, a lot of people that are still trying to kind of get where they want to be are not going to go out of their way to help others until they're where they want to be. Does that make sense? It's very, there are people out there that would do anything they can to help others regardless of their position that they're in, but that's very rare nowadays. And I don't blame them. It's just the world's full of shitty people. And I think just social media really has brought it out that that's just the world we live in. You do some push-ups. Wrist started hurting on that one. Ouchie. Radio, do we take advantage and run? I mean, that's kind of the idea. What am I getting my wife for Valentine? What are you getting Tim for Valentine? It's funny. We're just going out to dinner. We're going on Thursday. We never go on Friday or on Valentine's. Excuse me, on Valentine's Day itself. Doesn't really make sense. It's always so stupid busy. Coming back down. That'd be interesting. We go all the way back to the lows. Positions real quick. Good. Be interesting to see what Hood does after hours. Too expensive? We just go to dinner. We don't go anywhere fancy. My mom will take care of them. Blow up dial? I'll take a blow up dial. You want my address? If you were making 200K plus, would you still be on here? I mean, it depends. 200K plus how? With trading? Zishan's avoiding Tamimi's question? He is. Oh, yeah, he said a blow up dial. Only trading? I guess it depends if there's something coming from it. Like, is there an advantage to it? Like, am I making decent affiliation money? Am I making any money from YouTube itself? Like, it would depend. I mean, if I was making an extra 2 to 4 grand a month just from sitting here while I'm trading, then I wouldn't. There's no reason not to be here. GDT's face on the floor. Yeah. What, you consider that cheating? Yeah, that's true. Make sure it's the mouth hole blow up dial. uh, what? What's your version of cheating? I think my version of cheating versus your version of cheating is a lot different. My wife doesn't watch the streams, so I don't think I have to worry about it. But I'm myself. on stream, so I don't see why she would have anything to criticize. She's criticized my inability to make money before from trading. But that had nothing to do with the stream. No, I do a lot of stuff around the house. You know how they consider people at home, like they call them homemakers? I am essentially a homemaker. Like I take care of the house fairly well. Did the blow up doll ever criticize something you said or did maybe? What? I'm confused. What? To me asking the real questions. We can get a shot down to the band real quick. Be interested in taking a scalp here, but it doesn't feel like we have enough volume. I think my stream just cut in and back out there for a second. I miss the old stock Timmy. This future stuff is low and boring. I mean, it's working though. What was so different about stock Timmy? At this point, everything is bigger than me. Kind of funny. I mean, I'm green overall now, and the affiliation money coming in. So like, I'm making money. I wasn't making. I was. Uh, Stock trading like really died down for a bit. So there wasn't really any money coming in anywhere. I wasn't making money trading. I was actually slowly dripping. And then there was nothing really coming in on the affiliation side either. But as of today, I'm a little over $3,500 total from affiliation money. Now keep in mind that's all the way from when I started this in August. So, I mean, that's peanuts compared to these other guys, but on the other hand, like now I made the 2 grand from there, so I'm up $5,500. I mean, it's not a lot, but hopefully we can start to scale it, right? Hopefully we can get a second account, and then hopefully we can get a third account. Like, hopefully we can get it going. And then maybe having the bigger payouts will allow people to, or like make other people want to watch, make more people want to use my code. Then we can do the giveaways. Like, it's just, I'm hoping that it's a process. But I try to stick to my roots, and I try to stay humble throughout the whole process. I'm never gonna go out of my way to try to be something that I'm not, just for money. I've never been that person, and I never will be that person. Did Apex ever have an offer on the activation fee? No, that's always been the same. The only thing they change is the eval and the reset. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have the 80% now, and yeah, I don't know. They haven't had a 90% in a long time now. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting, I guess. I mean, I guess we'll find out tonight, cuz this will end 100. That'd be interesting. Like, you know what? We're just going to give out free accounts for a little while. There you go. Good luck. Do 95%. I really thought they were going to do 90% for the 90 million in payouts, but maybe they were waiting for 100 mil. But they're still, it says 90,988,000 is where they're at. So I wonder what they'll do when they hit the 100 mil. I'm so good with demo. Just got 140 ticks on NQ, and I suck when I trade a real account. But see, that's my exact point with with these with what I was talking about with the affiliation money and these other traders. Apex will shut down after. It is. It's a mentality. When you're trading with money that you don't care about, it's so much easier. And the evals, it's an eval, so you don't really care about it. But once you get into that real account, it's a big deal. Now imagine having a real account and you treat it like an eval because you don't really care, because you know that you have money coming in other places, like 100% guaranteed. That's just, think about that. I mean, you're completely right. And that's what I was trying to get at earlier. Just copy and paste the live account. Why do people? Will I be live tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be here. Why do people think Top Step is better than Apex? Top Step is so limited. If everyone, why? Who's saying that? Because there's a reason that Patty Whelan, Trades by Matt, and all those guys switched from Top Step to Apex. I know they got paid, but like, there's a reason that they're switching as well. It's not just because they got paid. I would like to think that, but it's because Top Step is just, I don't know. Top Step is going the wrong direction. Instead of take profit, stop loss, and don't touch them. Of course, you can do that once you have proven successful strategy. But that's what I'm trying to say with these prop accounts is you don't need to worry about that because you're never actually risking $2,500. They're giving you the opportunity to make $2,000 plus on these accounts, and you're only ever risking the 110 or whatever it is, like after you pay for the funded account. You're never risking $2,500 of your own money. So it's like you don't need to worry about that. To me, it's more beneficial to use the account as a stop loss. Because there's so many times where I use the stop loss where if I wouldn't have used the stop loss, I would have been just fine. Thought it was better too, but like Apex now. Yeah. It is. The reason you thought Top Step was better is because that's what the marketing led you to believe. And now people are starting to see through all the bullshit. Yeah, and that's the other thing is Apex was still new. They were still working out all their kinks, etc. How much do I think they make in affiliate money? Who? Patty and Trades by Matt? Lambo money? Easily. More than Lambo money. Apex has been going, they're pretty new. See, I think it says it on their website. So, 2021. It says on when you search it, it says 2021. I wouldn't be surprised if Patty and Trades by Matt got paid the higher six figures as part of their contract to come over from Top Step. I can't obviously guarantee that, but wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, but most companies are not making the amount of money that they're probably making. I can't imagine the kind of money they're making with the popularity that this has gotten, etc. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Top Step has been around for a very long time. Top Step has been around since 2012. So I don't think the prop firms are really going to go anywhere anytime soon. I need to do my last set of push-ups. One hundo. Well, that's good. You're seeing Apex ads. Did they say code VALO on there? I have some bristlenose plecos in there, so they're pretty decent at keeping up with it. But um, I probably have to go in manually and get the algae probably, I don't know, like once every other month. It's never too bad. I do a water change like once or twice a month, usually once a month. The plants in there really, really, really help. Yeah. Orlito, I agree with that a lot. The main goal is never to count on affiliation money. Never has been, never will be. You're advertising on my channel. Well, I was selling the fish tank, but now I'm just giving it to my mom's boyfriend downstairs. He wanted it. You should have got some snails. There's some snails that don't replicate too badly. Snails are really good for algae. I don't have any in there, but I've never really needed them. Nah, they don't. Not if you get the right ones. I'm trying to remember the ones. Um, Nerite, the Nerite snails. Those are the ones that you want to get. They lay eggs, but they don't reproduce. Why I don't fish tank? I'd rather just have a dog and call him Tim. Yeah, I kind of I thought the kids would really like the fish tank more than they do, and I like having a fish tank, but I'm to the point now where it's it's not really worth having. I don't use it enough. Sean, you can call everything Tim. Please don't have a blow up doll and name it Tim. I think our friendship would have to end. That might be crossing a line I didn't know I have. I feel like I could easily fast today, but at the same time, like my body's like eat. You know, you want to eat just because you're so used to eating. But like, I'm not really like hungry. Bristle noses, do they not just hide all day? Sort of. See, so you can see the like ship right here. It's got holes and stuff, so they love being in there. But they don't really hide too much. They come out all the time, especially at night when I feed them. I drop the shrimp pellets in there, and they love those. They come running for those. Do they eat small fish? No. The only things I have in the tank that are a little hostile are the tiger barbs. So like when the mollies, the black mollies will have babies, the tiger barbs will eat some of them. They don't all make it. The black mollies are pretty good at hiding in all the plants though, so a lot of them survive. Deshaun, don't go to Tim's house. He might put you in the tank. He'd fit. You know what? It's a 75 gallon. It's a pretty big tank. Biggest one I've ever had. I wanted to get the 125, but I couldn't find one, and I wasn't gonna buy one new. That's the thing about fish tanks. If you can find them secondhand for like next to nothing, but you try to find or you try to buy one new and it's insanely expensive. And it's 75 gallons, believe it or not. No, I had so there's black mollies, bristlenose plecos, there's neon tetras, cardinal tetras, albino tetras, there's Congo tetras. They're like the big rainbow looking fish. They're actually really cool. I didn't realize that that's what they were when I got them, but they turned out to be like really cool. What else is in there? The tiger barbs. Oh, zebra danios. I think that's it. It's the combination of all those. It's tropical. I keep it at around like 76, I think is what I have it set at. Tiger barbs are vicious. They'd rip Zishan apart, so please don't put them in there. They say the only way to keep tiger barbs from being keep them from being hostile is to have like a big group of them, because then they'll just kind of mess with each other and not the other fish. But I've had these four since they were babies, and they grew up with pretty much all the fish in the tank and never had any issues. Minus the black mollies, because I think they just think they're food because they're so tiny. But it's a good tank. I mean, and when the bristlenose plecos have babies, dude, they have babies in like the 30s. I've had to go to the fish store 3 times with the babies because I've obviously don't have room for all those fish. There were a couple of fish that I got over the past 2 years that didn't make it. Plus, you have one that I'm pretty sure they just die from being old. That's the other thing people don't realize. Like fish, their lifespan's really not that long. No, I don't have any of that. They're too aggressive. They need their own tank. I was just thought like I've had other Danios. I thought about getting some angelfish, but I never did because they're known to be pretty aggressive, and the tiger barbs would probably nip at their fins a lot. That's actually what my mom's boyfriend I think wants to do is the discus. But I told him if he takes the tank, he's got to keep it the way it is for now. Yeah, the angels they're not hardy fish. They're very sensitive. I had those in my old 50-gallon tank. think we're at that point in the day. Spotify is green today. It's the only one on my list of stocks that I have that's green. How many of you are even in here? 8. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I will be back tomorrow morning. I don't even know if I'm gonna put a video out, but we'll see. All right, yep, I'm out of here. I will see you guys in the morning. Stay safe. Don't do anything silly. I'll see you then. Peace. Later, AP. Later, Zishan.